Welcome everybody to Round Glass. I'm Nico DiMattina, and thanks so much for joining me today in this session in my series, Meditation in Motion, where we explore ways of cultivating breath or cultivating energy, using our breath, using our sound, and using movement. It's such a pleasure to be able to share this timeless wisdom with you all, and we're so grateful for you for being here because there's so many other things you could be doing right now. So in today's session, we're going to explore how we can stay calm under fire amongst the chaos all around us. And what happens when we're in the chaos, if we don't have our center, we can get caught up in the fight, flight, or freeze, the survival mode, where cortisol and adrenaline are running rampant in our system, and it impedes us from accessing our true self and connect with better decision making. So when we can remain calm and centered, we remain clear-minded, and we can connect with better decisions in each moment. So I'd like for you all just to reflect right now in your own lives. What do you use to remain present and calm in the moment and stay connected to your body and your breath? What are some of the tips that you use? Feel free to pop it in the chat. And also throughout this session, if you have any comments or any queries or questions, drop the questions in the chat and I'll come back to them at a later time. Awesome. So just a little story I'd like to share is when I did a public speaking workshop many years ago, and there was the lady who was the facilitator. She'd been a veteran actress of about 30 years. And it's interesting that so many people have got a fear of public speaking, speaking in front of people, more so than a fear of death. Isn't that crazy? And one of the techniques that we learned was calming our breath. And when we calmed our breath, long, deep inhalations, long, deep exhalations, the nerves sort of just went away a little bit. They disappeared. We were a bit more grounded in our bodies and were able to connect to our best flow and our best performance. So often when you're speaking, you're caught up in the mind thinking about what you're trying to say. That actually keeps you out of being in the flow of those words just coming naturally and spontaneously. And this is what we're going for here. We're going to learn a technique where we see the importance of calming our system, right? It's not just about, calm. It's like, cool, that's cool to be calm. And so what? Well, so what is I get to make better decisions because I'm clear in my mind. And from better decisions, we have better outcomes in our life. And I live a life of more flow and less friction. So say goodbye to the friction. Say yes to the flow. Here we come. All right. So as we know, every week, one of my favorite things to do before we get started is to shake, just to shake all the week stress out, the day. So I invite you all to take a stand. I'm going to remain seated just for the video here, the camera. And as you're standing, I invite you all with your feet just to grip your big toes into the earth. And then once you grip the big toes in, the back of the heels, gripping them into the earth as well. And then the sides of the middle of the feet, the middle of the side. And so you've got 3 points, the big toe gripping in, the heel, and the side. And now just slight bend in the knees. And if you like, you can either have your eyes closed for this, or you can open your eyes. And what we're going to do is shake for about 2 minutes. So let's begin. And just bouncing on your feet, on your legs, just bouncing. You can go slow, you can go a bit faster if you like. Just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. And I invite you to bring in the hands now and the fingers. You can just be moving them like this. Or you can be flicking them out like this. And as we're doing this, you might want to roll the shoulders up and back, keeping the fingers going too, bouncing on the knees and the legs still and the feet. And maybe bringing in now your jaw just side to side. Close your mouth as if you're eating something and do a few gulps and chews. Just moving that face around like you're eating. Now poking the tongue out. Have a bit of fun with this. No one can see you on the camera other than you can see me. And move that tongue around a little bit. Great. So we're just shaking everything. We're moving everything. Every shake, we're releasing, emotional release. Some of the stuck emotions, some of the frustration, some of the sadness, some of the guilt, some of the shame. Every shake, we're letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. And when we let it go, we feel a bit lighter. We feel a bit more of ourselves. Feel more connected, more in our strength, in our power. Maybe bringing the hands up above you and maybe one side and breathing in and the other side. The breath is nice and natural throughout here, and maybe bringing in now the head and the neck just slowly side to side. Final 10 seconds here. The head goes around, up and down. Okay. Beautiful. And relax. And I invite you all to take a seat. And closing down the eyes. Just check in with yourself and notice how your body's feeling. Notice the energy that you've just cultivated through you. And check in. Maybe give yourself a number out of 10. Number 1 is, you're very stressed and fatigued and overwhelmed. And 10 is you're feeling super strong, positive, confident, motivated, clear-minded, in control. Wherever you're at, just on that spectrum, give yourself a number. This is just going to provide a good benchmark for us on where we're at now and where we're going. Just enjoying the next 10 seconds, basking in this silence, noticing how the body's feeling. Now, I'd like for you all to just reflect a moment here on where is the chaos in your life at the moment. What are the environments that are causing you extra stress and friction? And nothing you need to do here other than just acknowledge these environments and just acknowledge where the chaos is. And the beautiful thing now is we're going to learn a technique that is going to help us to remain calm, centered, and connected to our power and our strength. So when we are in these environments of chaos, we are unperturbed, just in our power, in our strength, solid, stable. Great result. From that place, we can connect with better decision making, even amongst the chaos. And as we know, we can speak our truth more freely, and better decisions and speaking our truth more lead to more positive outcomes. Yes, please. Okie dokie. So let's get into the breathing technique. So the breathing technique that we're going to do today is called box breathing. Now, the US Navy SEALs actually utilize this breath to keep their team calm amongst the chaos of combat. So, when they are under threat, they can stay connected to the right solutions. Obviously it's life and death a lot of the time, so it's very important. And so they utilize this breath. And the breath is super easy, very simple technique. So it's breathing through your nose the whole time. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds through our nose. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. We're going to exhale for 6 seconds, so a little bit longer. Then we're going to hold on empty for 2 seconds. So it's going to be 4, 4, 6, 2. I'll be guiding you through the whole way. But before we get into the box breathing technique, which obviously is going to bring us to a deeper state of calm, we're going to do a little stimulating breath first, because I want you to prove to yourselves how you can get into the state of calm very quickly after being hyperstimulated. So how we're going to do the hyperstimulation is through our breath again, through our nose. It's going to be an out breath, out through your nose, out, 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 out. So probably 2 out breaths per second. So quite quick, rapid rate. And we'll do this just for 1 minute. So let's begin. So just take one big inhale in. And now it's going to be out through the nose. Out, 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 out. You might want to put your hands on your belly. Just feel the contraction and expansion of the belly as you're exhaling through the nose. 30 seconds to go. "15 seconds. Might be feeling the heat in the system now. You might be feeling a little bit light in the head. Keep on breathing. This is good. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Emptying the breath out all the way. Inhaling all the way up to the top now. Inhaling. Inhale to your max and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Empty the breath out all the way. Just allowing the breath now to settle into its most natural rhythm. Once again, just check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling. Notice what that breath did to your body. Personally, I'm feeling a little bit more heat I just created in the body, because that breath specifically is a heat creating breath. And yeah, I feel a bit light in my head, a bit clearer. Every exhale, we're actually purifying a lot. We're detoxifying every breath. So it's really powerful when we fasten up the breath, we're releasing at a rapid rate, which is great. Okay, so now for the next 7 minutes, we're going to do the box breathing technique. So let's begin. Inhaling through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6 seconds. Hold on empty for 2 seconds. And inhale again for 4 through your nose. Hold for 4. And exhale for 6. Hold on empty for 2. And inhale for 4. Hold for 4. And exhale for 6. Hold on empty for 2. And inhale again for 4. Hold and exhale. Hold for 2. And inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. And exhale for 6. We'll do this one more round, and we're going to increase all of the count. So inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Hold on empty for 2. Okay, this time we're going to inhale for 6 seconds. Hold for 6. And exhale and empty it out for 8 seconds. Nice and slow. Hold on empty for 2. And inhale for 6. Hold for 6. And exhale for 8. And we're going to hold it on empty for 4 seconds now. And inhale for 6. Hold for 6. And exhale for 8 seconds, nice and slow. Hold on empty for 4. Inhale for 6. Hold for 6. And exhale for 8. Hold on empty for 4. Inhale for 6. Hold for 6. And exhale for 8. Hold on empty for 4. And release the breath now into its most natural rhythm. Keeping the eyes closed. We're just going to sit here for the next 2 minutes and just notice how your body is feeling and the energy that's cultivated. The breath is just natural, not forcing anything here, not straining, not concentrating, just effortlessly observing how you're feeling in your body. And noticing also the mind. Are you a bit busier in the mind? Or are you a bit calmer? There's no right or wrong here. Just observe. "30 more seconds, just basking in this silence, basking in this connection, basking in this awareness state." And let's take one big inhale through our nose all the way up to the top. Hold there for 3, 2, 1, and slowly exhaling, emptying it all out. And keeping the eyes closed, I invite us for one more thing. Let's put our hands in the middle of our heart center here. And I want you to do a bit of self-love gratitude. So just thinking of 3 things, 3 characteristics that you possess, or personality traits that you love about yourself. What makes you so unique and amazing? Think of those traits and you can finish this sentence quietly in your mind. I love me because. And I encourage everyone to do this at a later time as well, outside of this meditation, because I'm sure we've all got quite long lists. So let's take a big inhale in through the nose all the way up to the top. And letting it out with a ha. Beautiful. And slowly opening your eyes, your hands can come comfortably in your lap. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everyone's feeling all groovy, all loved up, calm, centered, grounded, connected. Yeah, and that gratitude at the end, it's amongst the chaos of life, we often forget who we are, what we are, why we're here, why we're doing what we're doing. So we forget our greatness, we forget our magnificence and our uniqueness. So that little bit of self-love gratitude is really powerful. It does multiple things. It releases gratitude, which is the positive feel-good neurotransmitter. So we're flooding our system with all these positive chemicals. Imagine all your cells just dancing for joy, saying, yes, this is what I am. Thank you. Creating the inner environment of bliss, of love. Fantastic. Great result. Now, I'm just going to go through a few of the questions that some of you put in the box here. So thank you for sharing. The box breathing was so relaxing, I caught myself falling asleep. Is it best to take a nap or to fight to stay awake? Well, I hope you all know the answer to that. We never want to fight. We always want to ideally remain effortless. So falling asleep just means that you're probably releasing a bit more fatigue, or you're probably a bit more fatigued and needing sleep, needing some more rest. So we encourage sleep, we encourage more meditation, we encourage more self-care practices to just calm our system. So when that happens, when you do feel yourself falling asleep, I say allow and accept whatever's naturally happening. That's perfect. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. And hopefully we are sleeping well at nighttime. And if we're not, I encourage everyone to build a daily meditation practice. Come learn from me, come learn from Round Glass. And with more consistent meditation practices, we're actually clearing a lot of the stress and fatigue and the worries and the guilt and the fear and the regret during our meditations with our eyes closed, which is great. So then by the time we go to sleep, all those things that normally keep us awake at night, sleeplessness and insomnia, we've already released them during the meditations during the day. So we can just drift off to sleep. When we're sleeping better, we're going to have more energy levels. So we can have more awareness during the day and not fall asleep. Beautiful. And then one other comment, someone just wrote, love the self-love and the gratitude. I write in a gratitude journal every day, just as a reminder. But that was great. Thank you so much for sharing that. I've got a good friend of mine. Every morning when he wakes up at his bedside table, before doing anything else, he writes 20 things that he's grateful for about life and also about himself. So I encourage everyone to just bring that in, that self-love gratitude, into your daily practice. It's a game changer. And you feel it in your heart. You just feel so alive, so expanded, so whole, because this is our true self. This is our true nature. Awesome. And it feels good. We're just coming back home. So that's the call to action for everyone for the remainder of the week, to create space in our days. Remember, it's not going to get created for you. No one's going to say, here's some time. You have to create the time and the space to do these things. So I just want to be so grateful for all of you for joining today, showing up for yourselves, investing in yourselves. Round Glass and myself, we're so grateful. We're building a beautiful community here. So thanks for being a part of the community. And remember, you can meditate with us at Round Glass live every single day. So join us anytime, round.glass or on our app. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.